When is the right time to move on to the next round of vocal workouts after months of doing them? Does a person ever plateau and need something more difficult to improve their ability? At what point will I notice that a workout or exercise after months of doing it isn't giving me the results I'm wanting anymore? Okay, great question. And the answer is going to be different for every individual singer. It all depends on where you're at vocally. There are lots of workouts on the Worship Vocalist site. Discover Your Voice is the best place to start if you're just kind of getting started in vocal training, or if you're getting used to the methodology that I teach, if you're just kind of learning to sing in a contemporary style. Discover Your Voice moves through workouts for chest voice, head voice, pharyngeal, edge coordination, meaning we're making sure our vocal cords are coming together properly, a mixed voice workout to bring all of that together. Master Your Voice builds on all of that. It assumes that you have already developed your mixed voice at least to a basic extent. You don't have to have mastered it to move on. Though, and in that course, I move through specific strategies for honing in on resonance, low range, high range, chest mix, head mix, stylistic things like vibrato, phrasing, ad-libs. And that course is divided into 3 sections. So building your foundations, discovering your sound, and exploring vocal style. And this is the important thing I want you to get here. When you're moving through a set of workouts, okay, so Discover Your Voice would be a set of workouts. Master Your Voice Part 1 is a set. Master Your Voice Part 2, Master Your Voice Part 3. When you're moving through a set like that, you don't need to spend weeks and months on any one particular workout at a time. In fact, I don't recommend that. I suggest 1 to 2 weeks per workout, 3 to 5 times doing the workout per week, and then move on to the next workout, okay? Even if you're finding something really challenging in that workout, sometimes something in another workout will actually help you solve that problem, maybe releasing tension in your voice or building your range, so that then those other exercises that were challenging will then become easier for you. So don't get stuck on any one particular workout. But when you get to the end of a series of workouts, so the end of Discover Your Voice, Master Your Voice Part 1, 2, or 3, that's where you need to really assess where you're at and perhaps spend a couple weeks, several weeks, maybe even longer, going through those workouts again if you have not developed those skills enough. If you move on too quickly without building the foundations, that next whole section of vocal skills that you're going to be working on will probably suffer because everything builds on one another. And if you've been around me long enough, you know I say don't rush the process. You're actually, I promise you, you're going to see the quickest results if you embrace the process and if you're patient with yourself. And notice how I said the quickest results. It doesn't mean that you're going to see super fast results. Some people do, okay? Some people don't. It depends on a lot of things, including how you eat, how you sleep, how much stress is in your life. It's not just about how many vocal workouts you do, okay? But you will see the quickest results that you personally can if you don't rush, if you take time to build things right. And I know many of you that have been around the Worship Vocalist for a long time, I know many of you have told me that it was after many months of doing it, and maybe it was frustrating or challenging at first, but all of a sudden then something clicks and you're like, oh, this is my mix. Oh, this is how to sing without all that tension in my voice, okay? It's happened for so many people. It's happened for me when I was originally going through all of this stuff. So I am a believer in the process, okay? So take your time. Now, on the other side of things, part of the question that was asked was, does a person ever plateau and need something more difficult to improve their ability? Absolutely. We don't want to stay too long on any particular set of exercises if it's easy for you. It's not going to hurt your voice to stick with that workout. It will maintain your skill and your vocal health, but you probably will plateau. Okay. So in Master Your Voice, for example, we start with more simple exercises that stay on one sound for the whole exercise and that often use a consonant to help grip onto each note in the scale. So something like a ma 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 no 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 no. Okay. Then we move to more advanced exercises that have a lot more things changing in them. Okay, so we go from what I just did there to no, 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 no. Okay, on that second scale, I'm letting go of that N consonant that is really helpful for training the voice, but I want to learn how to let it go. Similar. Okay, using that W on every note on the way up and then letting it go on the way down. Okay, what else? I wrote down a few of these here. Oh yeah, okay, like a hum to a ma. So that's moving from that semi-occluded, more closed mouth to open mouth. Go bo 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 ma 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 bo 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 ma 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 ma. So moving from a B consonant, which has a lot of grip, helps you get in that mix, to an M consonant, which is a little bit lighter, to then letting go of that M consonant and just going up and down the scale on an open vowel is a lot more challenging. But we want to teach the voice to do it. Song application exercises. So like praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Because sometimes we just go to that note, praise Father, and the voice breaks apart. Praise, but that B is helping me grip onto that note. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. No other fount I know. Right? Using that N, the no exercise to get right into that no lyric. No other. These are all things that you will find later on in the Master Your Voice course. And they are much more advanced exercises, but moving to these exercises is what your voice needs in order to develop the right instincts for your songs, because songs don't stay on only one sound for the whole phrase, and they don't always have the easiest consonants and vowel combinations. So we have to train the voice to make those changes efficiently. But I will say again that if you rush and try to move on to those more advanced exercises too quickly without building the foundations, they're probably just going to fall apart on you, and it's really just a waste of time. Okay. Almost done here. The other part of the question was, at what point will I notice that a workout or exercise after months of doing it isn't giving me the results I'm wanting anymore? It really depends. If the exercises are going well, if you're, confident that you're getting into the right resonance, there's no flipping happening as you go higher, you're tracking with the lesson notes and the video demonstrations and making sure that all the right things are happening, then that's a great time to move on to another workout or another course or whatever it is. But if the exercises are not going well, maybe there's a lot of flipping happening in your voice as you go higher, or you're not able to reach a lot of the notes. If you're listening to the demonstrations and you're recording your own voice, you're listening back and you're like, really not achieving anything similar to the sound I hear in the demo. If you've been doing that workout or set of workouts for several months and it's not improving, I would definitely recommend getting some help either via an Analyze My Voice or Checkpoint, which you can find in the Worship Vocalist online store. And you can send in your exercises and get my feedback. And I love doing that for you guys. Or you can join a small group class that I run from time to time. I just started the next round just this past week. Small group classes on Facebook where I give you weekly feedback on your exercises. Sometimes it's something that you aren't even aware of in your own voice. For some singers, they get frustrated because the mixed voice exercises aren't going well, and it's because they don't even realize that they're only singing in their head voice, right? So they're, what a beautiful name it is, death could not hold you, the veil tore before you. They haven't learned to engage their chest voice and bring it in a mix, or vice versa. Some singers get frustrated because the mixed voice exercises aren't working because they haven't learned to engage their head voice. They're just using chest voice. What a beautiful name it is, death could not hold you, the veil tore before, right? For some people, they have a constantly breathy sound and it just tires the voice out and doesn't allow the resonance to work efficiently. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. And all their exercises end up sounding like that. Mum, 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 mum. Well, 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 well. Goo, 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 goo. Too much air coming through. And sometimes these things can become such a habit that you are completely unaware of them and you need someone objective to point you in the right direction. So bottom line, if a vocal workout remains challenging for a long time, it's not a problem with the workout. It's an issue that needs to be solved in your voice, and I would encourage you to get help with that.